and spray that shit. I don't know what you take me for. I really don't play that shit. I ain't trying to get you here. I jump out myself and spray that shit.
Next question is, how Totally Insane became. It started young, like I say, right after UTFO and Roxanne is what got me into learning how to write raps and putting bars together and writing in song format. Before Totally Insane, and we was going to Ravenswood Middle School, we had a group called KOD, the Kings of Death. And we used to do like talent shows and assemblies. It was just a group of us that came together, cats at the school that knew how to rap, all just came together and just put their talent together. We was like a super group. From there, we started doing talent shows, school assemblies, in Martin Luther King Day or Christmas or Halloween or Thanksgiving assemblies at the schools to go up there and bust little raps and shit. Our teacher, Miss East, our English teacher, Miss East, she used to respect and love what we was doing. So after school, she used to open up her classroom, let us come in her classroom and practice our shit and give them a cipher and circle and bust freestyles. And she was helping us out like, y'all need to do this, y'all should do this. And she really was helping us out. It was a talent show in San Jose called the Jabberwock. I think that's where the Jabberwockies got their name from. Yeah. It was like a talent search thing called Jabberwock back in the late 80s in San Jose. It was like a big talent show. She signed us up for it. She got us into it. We did the Jabberwock and we didn't win, but that was kind of like gave us a spark. The crowd was cheering like a motherfucker. We didn't win, but the crowd liked us, and that's what gave us the confidence to start really doing this shit. After a while, once we went to high school, everybody from KOD Kings of Death started moving away. Doc Louie moved to Texas. My nigga Donnie Fambro moved to Sacramento. My nigga $10 moved to Mountain View. Everybody just started going their separate ways. Me and Doc Louie got back with each other. Doc Louie moved back to PA, and him and his brother Bob was living with their mom. So me and Doc Louie came up with a group called Facing Reality. We started doing demos and recording and shit. And back in my house in Menlo Park used to be a Music Annex. Music Annex was like a studio / manufacturing company, you know what I'm saying? Too Short used to get his Born to Mac CDs pressed up over there. We used to go in there, break in and steal a box full of Born to Mac CDs and sell them motherfuckers on the block. Shout out to my nigga Too Short. Sorry we had to bootleg your shit, but you know what I'm saying? We used to go over there and record. That shit was like $100 an hour. Real talk. She was like $100 an hour. We used to record on big ass 2-inch reels and shit. So we used to have to go in there and have our shit tight. We tried to knock out 2 songs in an hour. We used to have that shit tight. We came up with a group called Face of Reality. We did the talent show at Kelly Park. I got a song called I Don't Even Trip off the first Totally Insane album. To kind of go into the history and tell the story of that. To make the long story short, me and Doc Louie came back. We did Face of Reality. We did the Doc Louie. At that time, the funk started in East Palo Alto. I'm from Midtown. Doc Louie from C Street. At that time, those two places started funking with each other. Big war broke out in East Palo Alto. Niggas was shooting at each other. Niggas died got killed behind the shit. My nigga Rufus Tooks got killed. Shout out to my nigga Rufus Tooks. He was the first one that died in that war. And since that, after that death, that kicked it off in East Palo Alto. So by me being from one side of the town and Doc Louie being from the other side, a lot of niggas didn't want us to make music together. A lot of niggas didn't want us to fuck with each other. It was some real serious shit going on. But we were still going behind it, sneaking around and doing music together, recording and putting demos and shit out. talent show at Kelly Park came, we decided we were going to perform together. Our intention, our thought, and our intention, and our dream was to bring the whole town together. You know what I'm saying? To end the funk and bring the town back together. So we did the talent show at Kelly Park. And during the performance, motherfuckers started arguing, motherfuckers started fighting, and the shootout broke out in Kelly Park. A couple people got shot. Nobody died. Police came, shut the shit down. Times Tribune did a newspaper article the next day or a couple of days later and blamed us for the whole shit.
Times Tribune?
Yeah, Times Tribune.
I remember that. My mom used to work there.
They did a newspaper article on the talent show and blamed us for the whole shit.
That's probably why they
Rap group Facing Reality caused violence at the Kelly Park talent show where a few people got shot and yada yada yada. Police was called and ambulance called and
that's probably why they ain't around no more.
right. So the article came out in the newspaper and instead of it making us look bad, it kind of gave us props, like kind of blew our name up, kind of like, you know what I'm saying, like
all publicity.
Yeah, but at the same time, shit went down after that, and shit just got bad after that. The funk really jumped off, and Doc Louie's mom moved him back to Texas to get him out the funk. During the time when Doc Louie moved back to Texas, my nigga $10 had moved back from Mac 10. $10 had moved back from Mountain View. He would start going to Carmont, to my high school. We linked back up. One day, getting off the bus from Carmont, the bus stop was on New Bridge. In front of my folks had a candy store right there. They used to sell nachos and candy and sodas and chips and all kind of shit. The bus stop was right there, so I jumped off the bus. I had to walk down Westminster. Going Westminster was a famous hustling family called the Washington family. Michael Washington was one of the, neighborhood kingpins, neighborhood drug dealers. He passed away, so I could say don't know if Saul his name. Michael Washington was like a neighborhood hero, like the neighborhood Superman, a neighborhood kingpin. Used to look out for the community and shit though. Had a lot of love in the city. So I got off the bus. I was walking down past his house. He was out the front washing his car. And he was like, "Hey, Ed." He knew my mom. My mom had babysat him when he was younger. So our family was real close with each other. His mom and my mom was real close. He said, "Hey, Ed, I was at the talent show, man. I seen y'all niggas, man. Y'all niggas was rocking, man. Y'all pretty good." He's like, y'all ever thought about recording some shit? Y'all ain't never been to the studio recording no shit? I had a little bit of experience in the studio. My nigga Doc Louie, Uncle Jabo, had a little 4-track studio in his house that he used to let us come through and record, fuck around and do demos and shit at. So I told Mike, I was like, yeah, we go to Jabo House and record a couple of demos. I let him hear one of the demos. He's like, yeah, that sound pretty good, man. Y'all need to. He's like, I tell y'all what, man, why don't you find out what it take to record your shit and let me know, nigga, I'll help you. You know what I'm saying? I'll help you out. I know you ain't got the money, I'll help you pay for some of that shit. So I went home, did my research. My boy Zero Lark had put out a demo. He had went to San Francisco to Bankroll Studio and with an engineer named TC, and he put out a couple little songs that he was passing out in the neighborhood, selling it. West Sounds had his single and had his EP out in the store and shit. And a lot of niggas in the neighborhood was bumping this shit. So he came through my block one day and I flagged him down. I was like, "Hey man, I'm trying to I got your tape, man. I'm trying to put my shit together. What do I need to do?" He gave me TC number, Bankroll Studio number. So I called TC. I set up an appointment. I went around there. I got he charged me $30 an hour. I took all the information back to Mike D. Mike, I gave Mike all the information. He gave me a brown paper bag full of money, like a little brown paper sack full of bread. He said, "Here, count this up, see if that's gonna be enough." I got it, took it, put it in my backpack, ran around the house, threw it on my bed, counted out. It was like think it was like 3,500. You know what I'm saying? I think it was like 3 G's, 3,500. I called TC. I set up an appointment. Got the directions. Went out there. When I got to the studio, Bankroll Studio, the first person that I met that unlocked the door for us was Kapone. Rest in peace, my nigga Kapone. Kapone from IMP, legend, Bay Area legend. He opened the door for us. And I asked him, is TC here? He's like, oh yeah, he in the back. So I went to the back, met TC.
I ain't trying to get you hit. I jump out myself and spray that shit. I don't know what you take me for. I really don't play that shit.